Hello, thank you for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your weekly astrological overview for week commencing the 9th of September. Mercury moves on the first day of this week into Libra. Now this part of Libra is governed by Venus, the ruler of this sign in general. So you can see that communication can take on a more graceful edge. And of course Mercury has moved out of Virgo, where it is the ruler, great for precision. But Venus is a bit more about reward. So if you have been working on anything enterprising of late, it's possible you could trigger an improvement in your situation simply because you can use your mind to bring about better things, and some of that could be an improvement in your cash flow. Now on Wednesday, the other big ingress or change of planetary position actually does involve Venus, which moves into the deep, mysterious and sexy Scorpio. Now Venus in this area brings about a much greater passion, and if you're in a relationship which is going well, the chances are greater intimacy can be sparked by this. But it does go on to forge a quite beautiful link with Neptune for the rest of this week. And if you meet someone that you really click with, this can almost feel like a true love situation. But reality has a way of chipping in and getting in to our hopes and dreams. And that reality this week comes from Mars and Saturn continuing to square up to one another. When this happens, it leads to a reduction of energy. We can't seem to do anything other than what we need to do, and even then there's not always enough available energy, which can make us irritable, it makes us frustrated, makes us feel that we're up against it. So it can lead to some outbursts of energy and anger. But sometimes, if this does happen, it can actually be a good thing. Better to let it out than keep it in, as long as, of course, it's in an appropriate way. And ironically, Saturn continues to forge a tremendous strategic link with Pluto. And when these two are together in this way, it can see fundamental shifts, not just within us, but within the global world as well. Some of these changes are not necessarily going to go about without pain. And as we can see in some of the world's hotspots, there are some desperate things going down, which are not pleasant at all. But Saturn is a stabilising, if restrictive, influence and can be good for Pluto too. Now on Thursday there is a quarter moon which occurs in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius and the moon is about freedom, flexibility, it's mutable, doesn't like to be pinned too much, but it's going against a square with the sun in Virgo. I think this is what this is saying really, is that we have to actually do what we say we're going to do. We can't be too escapist away from the things that we'd like. And you may find that there's more to a situation that meets the eye. Look out for jealousy, for politics, for the undercurrents that we all know go on in life but aren't necessarily very pleasant, but they could all be around. However, right at the end of the week, Mercury goes opposite Uranus. Now this is one of those delicious aspects that can either be very, very good or very, very negative. And I like that because in a way it keeps us all on our toes. So certainly I don't think there's going to be an awful lot of boredom around as this week draws to a close. But in general, it's going to create a lot of frenetic conversation. There can be lots of bright ideas, but there can be some rebelliousness as well. There can be sudden arguments which suddenly fizzle out just as quickly as they started. But as I say, it certainly won't be dull. It's been a pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Have a good week, and goodbye for now.